Hi guys, Dina here. Right, we've now come to the video I've been trying to do for the last couple of weeks actually, so apologies. This is the 100 subscribers video. So first of all, I'd like to thank everybody that's subscribed to the channel so far since I started in September. It's been a really quick process to get me here actually, so which I'm quite surprised at. I didn't think there'd be that many people interested. Obviously being here in the UK as well, it's a bit different from guys over in the US. Don't do the Facebook side of things as well, so I suppose I'm pretty relatively unknown still in the VC. So yeah, so I've hit 100, so I thought I'll do a competition. Certainly relatively on the small scale, so as far as prizes go, not as great as the prizes that Tudor were recently giving out. They were fantastic prizes, so apologies for that in advance, but hopefully there'll be something that some people in the VC would appreciate having free of charge. So anyway, let's get down to it. So prize one, whether you like it or not, unless you already have it, is what you're getting. This was my favourite album, I think, probably, of 2014. This is Post-War Glamour Girls. This is called Pink Fur. I did mention this before, I think, in one of my videos, around the time probably I picked it up. A local band based in Leeds, private press, really good sounding copy though. This is my copy. You'll get a brand new, not sure whether they're sealed or not, but you get a brand new copy anyway. They're a band that's probably the sort of alternative indie rock with a punk tinge. So the punk element sort of comes from the male vocalist. I say male vocalist because there's two vocalists, there's a female vocalist as well, which they really do complement each other. You know, he sort of gives it that sort of hard edge, sort of punky feel to it a lot of the time, and then she sort of knocks it down a touch. It doesn't distract, but it complements really nicely. It's hard to describe. You really just have to listen to these guys. They're really, really good. They've just released a new single. It's a forerunner for the new album, so I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, so this is Post-War Glamour Girls. This is what you'll be getting if you win. On the flip side to that, just to give a bit of extra added value, I've chosen 4 albums here, so you'll get a choice of one of these albums as well. So first of all is Lulu, the Lou Reed and Metallica collaboration, which I know I'm not seeing much about this actually in the VC. I know when it came out a lot of people were a bit dismissive of it, and to be fair, including me, I was expecting another Metallica album, as I think a lot of people were. Obviously people in the Lou Reed camp were probably expecting the Lou Reed album. It's neither, to be honest. But it's one that grows on you. So I've listened to it a few times now, like commuting on the way to work and so forth. But yeah, and it's grown on me over the years. So if anybody hasn't got it, it's a brand new sealed copy, as all these albums are. So yeah, that's that one. You also have a choice. Got to be a bit of Maiden in there, aren't there? The recent Iron Maiden reissue, 180-gram vinyl of Peace of Mind. Fantastic album. I don't need to say much about that. I can wax lyrical about Iron Maiden all day. Crack if you haven't got it already. This is Evanescence. This is the only vinyl availability of their debut album, which was supposedly limited to 1500, but I constantly see them floating around. I've got a couple myself. This again is nice and sealed. It's purple vinyl. If you like the band, it's worthwhile having on vinyl. It's not a fantastic pressing, to be honest. Yeah, it's a fantastic album. It just hasn't been very well put to vinyl. Not that this should put you off owning this, because if you you know, if you like vinyl and you like Evanescence, grab it, 'cause there's not much available really, bar a couple of 7-inch singles beyond that. And the other one is Opeth. This is Heritage on double burgundy vinyl, no less. Willing to give this up, that's how much I love you guys. Again, still sealed. And this is a superb album. This is the album that got me into Opeth, recommended by a few guys on the VC. So yeah, great stuff. So yes, those are the choices. So the competition is, and this may have been done before in the VC, I'm not sure, I'm not seeing anything, but I want to know if anything, God forbid, was happening with your collection, whether it be house fire, flood, whatever you needed to go in, get to your collection, pick one record out, what would that record be? This could be anything. This could be the rarest record you have in your collection, which for me personally would be quite nice to see some of those records out there in some of your collections, which, you know, it's worth the most money, and I know a lot of people aren't here for the money, myself included. It's all about the music. So it can be something beyond that monetary value. It could be something that's personal to you, maybe the first record you ever bought, you know, something, you know, that's given to you by somebody else, the album that just means a lot to you personally. It could be anything, whatever record that you deem fit that you've got to go in and plug out of your collection and bring with you. It could be something that isn't necessarily available anymore, so you know you're not going to be able to purchase it again. You know, it's just one of those. I mean, I'm going to start this off. I'm going to exclude any Iron Maiden, as much as there's some Iron Maiden stuff that is difficult to find, and I've found it difficult to find over the years. A lot of the stuff is readily available anyway. The album I'm going to choose actually is relatively readily available on vinyl. I think it's been reissued as well. The original is relatively easy to pick up, but so this one for me is, well, personal reasons, to be honest. It's Queen, Innuendo. I actually listened to this yesterday afternoon, actually, and it's a cracker of an album. The reason I picked this is I got into Queen. Queen were probably the first band I started listening to, proper band musically. I was into Queen before I was into Iron Maiden, and I got offered tickets for the Wembley show in 1986, which sadly I couldn't quite make it. I mean, I would have been about 14, 15 at the time. I think I just turned 15. But I couldn't get down to Wembley in time for the gig, so I had to pass and I went to somebody else. Little did I know that that was their last tour that they ever did, obviously with Freddie. And worst to come was obviously 5 years later he passed away. So see, a bit of a, you know, it's one of those things that I've never seen Queen live. I've never wanted to see them, actually, to be honest, without Freddie. It's Queen were always Freddie to me, and as much as, you know, other singers have helped them out, Paul Rodgers from Free, for instance, and as much as I like Paul Rodgers, it's not Freddie, and you know, I'm not particularly interested in seeing Paul Rodgers from Queen. So, why Innuendo, I hear you ask? Queen for me went off the ball a bit, to be honest. I know I personally prefer the early albums, Queen 1 and 2, Sheer Heart Attack, you know, that sort of stuff. The rockier side of things. But they went, you know, now they've always had a few obscure sort of pop synth tracks sort of dumped into a lot of their albums and stuff over the years. But they went off the boil, certainly towards the later years. But Innuendo, for me, with the title track, just drew me back in again. And obviously it was Freddie's swan song. But, you know, I know there were a lot of singles on this album. So for a lot of people, possibly it's, you know, it's not the greatest hour. And it isn't, it's not the best album by far, but for me it was a return to form. But more than anything, it was, I think, with the two songs, These Are Days of Our Lives and The Show Must Go On, that was Freddie's swan song. Basically it's Freddie saying, thanks for everything guys, and you know, goodbye to the fans. And I think that's why this is the album that I like to go in, grab, and you know, pick out the collection. It's something that's personal to me. So there, that's me. So now it's your turn. So if you can do preferably videos, obviously stick a share of your video, or let me know on the comments underneath this one. If you can't do a video, text entries are fine. Quite happy to do that. Just you know, send me a bit of text again, either in the comments block underneath this video or direct message me. That's fine. We shall. We are now on the 3rd of May. Probably let it run 3 weeks. So I'll put a closing date. I'm not quite sure what 3 weeks today is, but I'll stick a closing date on the bottom of the video, and then I can announce the winner by the end of May. But yeah, so it's up to you guys now. So again, thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you have fun doing the videos. I know I'll have fun watching them and finding out what those elusive discs are of yours. And see you guys soon. Thanks, bye.